it's going to be execution based off the start, or so as intended. Single smoke down toward the top side of the stairs. In fact, it's going to land a little bit further than that. It lands in front of Connector. Somebody's on the stairs ahead of it, but they want a four-man pour in from the Palace position. Bomb came through A main, so it's got the long access route, but his teammates were already fighting. Nico wants to plant. He's going to have to get it down quickly because Didi nearly had a chance to wrap around and deny that, but never mind. Nico's got his gun ready and fighting. He's willing. He's taking down Xcurate. He's taking down Didi. He's got Captain Mo still working back in, but he's the only one left. 40 HP and 3 players to find, plus a bomb. Not going to happen. Nico just held the angle and waited for him to arrive. Let alone helmets. Didi's got one, but Xcurate is entirely glass cannon. Didi, speaking of, he plays under Shadow. He's got 2. Make it 1.5. He gets the assist. Xcurate manages to get the AWP shot to land on a Rain. Olaf gets one back, but that pop is still there, still towards CT. It's got problems now, though. It's lost its teammate underneath the Shadow. Got aggressive. Xcurate tried to pull back for it, but not ready for Kerrigan to be positioned at Sandwich. It has overstepped the mark. Brings the advantage back to FaZe. It looked very good at the start of that with TD's positioning.
We've got all
as always, this is the mid-round stuff they talked about, the 3-on-3 situations. As soon as they come level, this is where they said on the desk, FaZe starts to run away with it. Looking to get on the board and won't have much money to work with. They'll have the M4 carried over from Bintet. Just barely.
But in Palace, he's in the B apartments, and they've got up towards shore. Somebody, remember that saved AK, needs to start hitting some shots here, but it's Rain that looks much better today. This is the Rain that can cause damage and carry the team. Haven't really seen that in the opening few sectors of the tournament so far. Guardian holding Connector for the rotations. This should be round done unless a double kill like that happens. Amazing spray control from Bentat. At least makes this possible now. 8 seconds, a bomb will be planted. Olofmeister to get it towards shorts. They try and deny it, but Didi will be dropped at the same time. And now they need to ask themselves, is it worth even going for this?
Do you recall? They will go for it, you're right. May not be worth it. It was a 2 versus 2, it's a 1 versus 2, but even still, Xcurate already zoomed in, already figured out. Guardians got the shot down with the AK you're with.
Yeah, there's been some great lines on the desk before where they say they've got some of the best players in the world on this team, but Rain is the best player.
Pushing back out from Connector, Captain Mo in the site. Good position to be in because coming through Connector, he can control with the boxes. He doesn't quite get ready for Nico's presence at Palace, which is a little bit late to be fair. Could have saved his teammates had he gotten that kill a little bit sooner. Olaf gets Bintet back. Nico still pulls off against somebody and up the ladder, down it again. It's a very awkward position for Didi, and Nico just dominates him. He's now gotten 3 kills and 1 more to find. 15 seconds is the bigger problem. Bomb down in front of him, but a Molotov will certainly keep the defense away and hold so that they can't quite see him pick up the bomb. I thought Nico was going to be dead there. I thought Xcurate would re-peek it. This is the mid-round stuff we're talking about. It might not be team play this time. It's individual heroics, and what a shot as he just destroys Xcurate. This time they're actually starting to stack up mid. Try and hold it off. Guardian just sitting and waiting. Didi walks straight into his crosshair. Go back for it now. 2 players going to take on Captain Mo. His crosshair a bit above. Does get a shot onto Kerrigan. Not quite a dink. Thought it might have been, but it wasn't. It's a kill either way again for FaZe, and they'll boost window, so they've got a ton of map control. Bintet, however, has spotted them in the window. Awkward spray. Gets the first nose that surely someone else was in mid who boosted him. Why is he not considered that that player is still down below if he's not inside of Connector? Either way, Kerrigan gets a free kill. He fell directly on top of his head.
Well, there we go, Matt. Looks like another round is going in favor of FaZe here, unless Xcurate on 14 HP, especially with the saved orb if that happens. But it looks like, he's got to hit those, son.
Problem is, even if they push through, Olaf's on the other side. Good timing, I suppose. Mo gets 1, spots ahead, nails that. Oh, he nearly got away with all 3 inside of middle.
Will certainly punish them. 30 seconds remaining. And there it is. Somebody looking like they could do this now. And that's another missed shot by Xcurate. He really isn't looking too sharp today, I have to say.
No, but TyLoo get their first round with 3 staying alive. Importantly, both ops.
At the ramp, Nico in the Palace, and in they go.
There you go. Didi, again, has been effective from this position. He's normally yielded at least 1, sometimes 2. This time it's only 1. Kerrigan jumps back in and gets him down. Mo, but not stuck against the wall this time, can control the peak. That's better for Firebox as he swings out, knows there's one above and sprays through to get down Nico. Not much ammo left, but Guardian's on an AWP still with 1.5 seconds to repeat that shot. He gets bolted and ready. It's Bintet in a one-on-one that pulls it back. TyLoo.
Smoke, and the T actually goes past him.
He's going to be aware. Oh, Rain gets one, though. I was going to say he's aware that he's gone through, so if Rain doesn't get a kill, he could do something with it. Unfortunately, Xcurate's got the kill back. That gives him very little to work with, other than the fact that they lost a teammate, and they'll do that again toward Bintet. Xcurate now has to rotate, man advantage for FaZe.
And the B-side's open, and it's another miss for Xcurate. He really isn't hitting the shots. So that's a difficult one. I'm not saying that's easy, but
it's a quick. You're right, but it's another miss. As a result of that, there's no one else near enough. Could actually go get the AK. He doesn't know that there's no one else there, and obviously doesn't want to extend, but go and putting more pressure on a skillful player. I was looking at this push earlier on. Our observers showed us as well. Mo all the way around behind them, but Rain still on catwalk is able to respond. He wanted that gun, and he wanted Guardian.
Yeah, he gets clotheslined by Rain instead. Still a chance here. Double spray down again for TyLoo. They are so good with the M4 spray. They have Nico looks towards middle. He's got a guaranteed kill, and there it is.
Pretty straightforward. Takes somebody down. Kerrigan goes in for the plant a little early. And he's actually showing, his foot showing.
Oh no.
DD didn't have the ammo to fire into it. He does have a flank though. Bintet's behind him. All he has to do is keep the aggro. Exactly that. Bintet gets a free shot to Kerrigan. Nico now has to rotate back out toward mid. That gives Nico a lot to work with. Good positioning from Bintet on the boxes. See above the smoke because he knew that Nico would line himself up in accordance with the bomb. It pays off as TyLoo find a third round. So DD at Shadow once more. Olaf knows that they've been playing that firebox position, goes for it, but he's not ready. Somebody still takes him down. Rain wanted to walk through next. He got the response, but DD able to trade it with his positioning. Mo's gotten Nico, so they have the advantage despite the kills coming in return from FaZe.
Wants to play, make some noise, flash in. Flash is useless. Extra going to get at least one here. That will be round. Kerrigan will just be padding stats at this one, I would say, but we'll see whether he can pull this one off. Ooh, great shot there. Extra had a rough half, but nice little round to pick up his confidence moving forward. He finishes on 8 and 13, so 4 in a row.
Shot from Rain. Olaf again. Swings out. Perfect positioning from these pistols, and that is just a clean kill and sweep. They lost one player, fair enough, Olaf, but Kerrigan waits forward stance inside of the apartments, re-smokes it, flashed out, spraying in. Asian invasion runs around the corner, and down goes Kerrigan. 3 players running and overwhelming him as Olaf in by the wall. At the bench position, good headshot on the second kill toward Captain Mo. He triples on that as he takes down X-Grip, making a 4th on somebody. We might have an ace as he looks for Bintet, who denies it. Olaf with 4. But it's still a 1-on-2, and Bintet picks back up the bomb. He's got a minute to work with, and Rain has no idea. He's gotten this far inside of the site, and we're down to a 1-on-1.
Yeah, this is looking good for Bintet. Guardian now. AWP, but he hits the shot. I was about to say HP not a factor.
Been remarkable for them. He didn't get going yesterday. He's not again today. Guardian takes down Captain Mo. Could be the last round for TyLoo in London. Certainly looks that way as Nico takes out DD as well. Guardian still waiting with the smoke. Can't fire now. His teammate's there. Waits for him to get just past the crosshair, but couldn't hit the corner shot. Smoke down. Olaf, though, great positioning. Somebody, if he pushes through, which he might do. They pass each other. Olaf saw his arm. He's going to let him go. He wants trigger discipline. He wants more than just the one. He'll call it. He's on catwalk, gets the lineup, gets the shot. Doesn't know that accurate. X-Grid, is still behind him. But this is the last player for TyLoo. He's on a scout. He's got a tag that really is just a warning shot. Does eventually get it down 1 versus 3. And I think TyLoo's come to an end in this event. They will bow out in London 1 and 3. They fall to FaZe, who bring themselves finally back to level footing at 2 and 2. Remember, they started 0 and 2 in this event.